Hi everyone, welcome to Friday Craft Day and of our Unique in the Creek cross board that I'm going to attempt making for the first time. I've never used one of these boards, and I must tell you it's a little bit unwieldy. I'm having trouble finding a place where you can see what I'm doing. Because I've got my camera in different places. So just to let you know, a part of my video is probably going to be a voiceover, and then part of it will be live because the lawnmowers are here and somebody is having a power washing of their house, and there's a whole lot of background noise that I'm going to try to avoid. And then, but a good portion of it, when we actually go to put the pieces on the cross form, hopefully I will be able to do that live, and but everybody will have finished doing whatever they were doing by then. And so anyway, I just wanted to say welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. This is something I've never done before. Boy, we're doing that a lot this year, aren't we? But that's okay. It's okay to do new things and exciting things. So let me start by showing you how I was cutting the mesh. And I use a wood burning tool and a mask. And I'm using two kinds of mesh that I have given you the numbers on before. So let me just take you to the downstairs cutting room. I'll be right back. Okay, I am using the wood burning tool here, and as you see, it just is a kind of a slow process because I am trying to stay right between two lines of this mesh, and I am cutting 10-inch pieces, and the mesh is 10 inches wide. So I am making 10 by 10 squares. Now, they're sometimes not exactly square because that line doesn't always go just exactly straight. But you can see it is pretty straight each time. I'm using a glass tray, and I have, if you can see at the top and at the bottom, you'll see some red lines. That is showing me where the 10-inch mark is. I'm lining the left-hand edge of my mesh up with the number 1 on my mat. This is where I would be for 10 inches. And so that's how I am measuring this cutting of the mesh. I'm just counting now because I couldn't remember how many I made. And I believe I cut 26 of the purple. So then I'm going to make a couple of more of these, and then I'll show you the second mesh that I'm going to be using. And there's the tip. I'm trying to show you the tip of the wood burner. It's like a little V-shaped, and just makes it very easy to just follow that line. But you just have to go low and slow, that's all. Okay, now I have the second mesh, and you can see this is a very wide open mesh, and it's called a plaid mesh, poly burlap check mesh. You can see the paper on the right hand side, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work because it's so open, but I think it will be okay. Now, what I'm trying to do here is you'll see that every so often there are like 4 or 5 strings together, and then there's a space. I am actually going just past the first of those strings, so it leaves a string on both pieces. As you see, I'm not going before it, I'm going right after the first one. And that way the left hand piece has a string attached to it as well as the right. And I'm cutting 8 of these. All right, now we'll get busy and see if we can put the zip ties on the board. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to show you how we load this, or they call it preloading. And I hope you can see this. I'm up at the table, but I put a craft mat down so the tablecloth wouldn't be disturbing us too much. This is the bottom. Okay, I have you zoomed in a little bit right now so you can't see the whole thing. And it goes from row 1 through row 12, 1 through 12, and then it goes A through H. Okay, we're going to start down at the bottom here. And let me just move this up so you can see. And I'm doing this in the same fashion that Lori did over at Unique in the Creek. In the bottom, she preloaded 2 ties. Okay? And then the next row, that's row 12. And row 11, she's preloading 1 tie in the middle 2 holes. And this, I guess, is called preloading closed because I'm going to close the zip tie. Okay, not all the way, but okay. Now the next row is going to be 2 again. One. And these zip ties fit nicely here. Okay, so I have 2. Sorry. I have 2, 1, 2. I'm going to do 1 here. Well, there you go. And then I'm going to do 2 in the next row. She does this a lot faster than I have, but she's loaded these a few more times. 1 in the next row. Speed is not of the essence here. And 2 in this row, and 2 in this row. Get in there. There we go. Oh, I got that one in backwards. There you go. I just put it in backwards again. We'll try it one more time. Okay, now you see? You see here. I'll start at the bottom here. You have 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Now I'm going to turn it around the other way. This is the top of the cross. And we're going to do the same thing. There's not as many holes, but we'll start the same way. So we're going to put 2 here. And then we'll move on to 1 in the next row. There's 1, 2, where are you? There you go. There's one half of it. And the other half of it. And tighten it just a little bit. Okay, so now you have the top. At the top we have 2, 1, 2, 2. And now we're going to do the 2 sides. We're going to do them the same way. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Alright? So the 4 in the middle at this moment are not going to have ties in them. Just put them through like this. Put them through like this. And the next row was 1. And we'll put it through like this. It's easier to see the holes. The next row is 2. And the last row is 2. And let's see, we'll do the 2. And 2. And then we will turn it over and tighten them all. 1, 2. 3. Oh, I got that one backwards. 4. It is easier to put them through from the other side. 2, 1, 2, turn it over and tighten them up. There you go. So there's the board, is all preloaded. Now we will start making now the petals are all made the same way. Okay, I have the good sides left and right. And I'm going to go up and get to the point. Try to keep it as straight as possible. And Lori used a little clip up here. I'll try that. Okay? So then that finds the middle. And we're going to go up here in the middle. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 that way. And 1, 2, 3 that way. I'm going to take these two little pieces and just put them behind. And now I have my petal. And we'll put it in. Now you can pre-make your petals. I'm not going to. Make sure you get all the ends in. And then you can tighten it up. Okay, let's make another petal. Good side, good side. Corner to corner. I'll put a little clip here and get my sides nice and even. Find the middle. And I'm going to go 1 pleat, 2 pleats, 3 pleats this way. 1 pleat, 2 pleats, 3 pleats this way. Take these 2 pieces and put them behind. And then put it in my tie. Now you want to make sure, see, I might have put some of these a little bit too tight. It's hard for me to get this in, but I think I did it. All right. Okay, I brought you downstairs. I think we can get a better view here. Okay, this is my petal. Push this back while I make the petal, okay? Good side, corner to corner. Put a little clip. Find the middle. Okay? Gather 1, 2, 3. On this side, gather 1, 2, 3. Then take these 2 little pieces here and just put them in the back. All right? Take this whole thing, put it through the zip tie, and tighten it up. Now I think what I'm going to do is cut off some of these zip ties. Okay, we'll make another one. Corner to corner. Turn it sideways. Find the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take these 2 little points, bend them underneath. Put the whole thing through the zip tie. And tighten it down. Okay, looking pretty good. Not as good as those who know what they're doing, but it's all right with me. Corner to corner. Put my clip. Find the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bend my corners under. Hold it and get it right through the zip tie. Tighten it down. Does make a nice statement. Can you see? Continuing. Corner to corner. The raw edge, the one that wants to ravel this much, is underneath, so it's not taking quite as much handling. But you still need to be careful, even though you've burned them, because they will still ravel. Corner to corner. Clip it off. Find your middle. Pinch it up. Bring one, bring two, bring three. Bring one, bring two, bring three. And then just put these little wings underneath. It's making a very pretty wreath. Can you see the pattern? Corner to corner. Well, I don't know what I just did with my clip. Dear, oh dear. Well, we'll still do it. We'll find the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take the little wings, put them underneath. I see my clip, it's on the back here. We'll get it, put it through. Make sure all the edges are in. And tighten it down. In the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tip my edges underneath. And I'm going in. my preloaded zip tie. And you can see about how much I have left out here, okay? Now that's all I'm going to put of this lavender on this side. This is going to be the window pane, okay? So now let's go around the other way. I think this is beautiful. Look at this. I'm impressed. Good side, good side. Corner to corner. I'm turning it so the fold is on my right. I'm actually pleating with my right hand, and I'm left-handed, but that's okay. It works that way. Made my center pleat. Try to keep my edges as close as possible. Center pleat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put my ends underneath. I'm going to have to move my pieces over here. Put it right through. And I'll have to remember next time I'm preloading not to make these quite as tight when you're preloading. It's difficult to get that underneath. This is going to be very big when it's finished. I think this is called a Dean Michaels leaf, named for the person who originally created it. But it is used by a lot of wreath makers. It's a very popular leaf. But we'll give a shout out to the person who came up with it in the first place. There you go. I have one more for this side. Okay, find the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little tab and a little tab. All right, on to the sides now. Probably going to have to keep it sideways. You still need to be careful because I hit this one over here, and now I have a edge that's raveling a little. Coming around. Whoop. Wow, it's getting hard to find a good place to work without hitting these petals. Okay, I've got this kind of cattywampus here because I'm trying to stay so I'm in between these so I don't hit them. Now this is the other mesh I'm using. I'm not sure if this is going to work because it is so translucent, I guess you'd say, or you can see through it. But we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to have flowers in the middle anyway. Making the same petal. And this mesh, if I thought the other ones were hard to get through, this ought to be a real challenge because this mesh is very thick. Get all those pieces in there. See if you can see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tuck these little ends under. And fight with a zip tie. Okay, I think it might work. But, you know, once this is hung on a wall, this is not going outside. It won't take any wear and tear, so it shouldn't have a problem with raveling. Get on there. Does make a pretty statement in the middle though, doesn't it? Last one, I'm going to find the middle. 1, 2, 3, my wing. 1, 2, 3, and my wing. And if you got to one of these and it was just too tight to be able to get your leaf underneath there, you just cut it, put another one in. But I think I was able to get them all in. Some easier than others. There you go. Isn't that pretty? That's gorgeous. I impressed myself. Look at that. All right, now I don't have a sign, so I'm going to be putting in some flowers. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, before I work on the middle, I'm going to go up here to the top in the back, and I'm going to put a zip tie, if I can here. In the middle two. There we go. And bring it down and zip it. And we've created a hanger. Okay, now I was going to put lilies, but I found this Gerber bush, which I think would look beautiful. And I also have some more of my little lilacs. I think I'm going to try some lilacs and the Gerber. And let's just see what we get here. Well, I have to use my other zip ties are upstairs. I'm going to go in this corner and up in this corner. Now we'll go over here. Oh, that's a long one. I don't need one that long. Go down here. Whoop. Well, gotcha. Well, let's see. I think I need two. Now, I think what I'm going to do I'm going to come up. I'm actually putting this through like the back of the board. And I think one more. I might be able to do it this way. All right. Pretty, huh? Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Let me go put it on a doorway so you can see how pretty it really looks. I'll be right back. Look at that, huh? Isn't that pretty? I love the way it came out. I zoom in and see the center. It sure does look like Easter. I love it. Hang in there, I'll be back with a few closing remarks. Be right back. Okay guys, so what do you think? I think it came out beautiful. I just love it. And you know, the first time I've ever tried one of those. I've made petals, flower petals before because I've made them on wreath forms. But so once you know how to make the petals, it's a matter of knowing how to place them on this form. Now, I did watch Lori's tutorial. This is one that she did about a year or so ago that I followed for today's video. And so I knew where she had placed her zip ties. But I believe, and I don't know that much about it because like I said, I've not used this product before. But I believe on her website, she has different outlines of different places to put your zip ties according to what it is that you're making. Sometimes you skip rows and sometimes you have 2 here and 1 here and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be looking at that a little more closely, and perhaps down the road I'm going to be making something on a flower board. That would be kind of interesting now that I kind of know what I'm doing, kinda. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and a share. And I think it will make a beautiful statement for Easter. Don't forget now, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. And I will see you again on Sunday for dinner for 2. And until then, everybody have a great afternoon. Stay safe. And everybody, play nice now. Love ya. Bye-bye.